Hi guys, good morning. Today I have a what sold video for the last week of February, which was the 22nd until the 28th, or the 22nd through the 28th, I should say. It has been not a good week for sales. I really don't know what's going on. I don't know if summer slowdown is already starting. Um, I'm just at a loss. I know I've had some issues with Flip this week, and I don't know how much that could have like maybe contributed to it. I don't know. It's just shocking. I'm just going to go ahead and throw the number out there. We profited $38 this week and 15 cents, which is definitely not good. That's the lowest that we've profited in probably at least a year. And I don't know, just like it's really frustrating because it's just frustrating because I'm still putting in work. And I know we kind of talked a little bit last week about how, let's see if I can, no. Okay. I know we talked a little last week about how you don't really see the progress for your actions until weeks later. So I don't know if maybe this is just stemming off of last month when I got so sick from pregnancy that I wasn't doing anything to add to the closet. And I was just sharing and just pulling solds. I don't know if that's what it is. I don't know. But I've put in a lot of work recently, considering the fact that I still am not back to my normal self. Um, you can see all these tabs up here on the screen of Flip from where I'm going through to the old items, and I'm reweighing them or adding new photos if needed, doing measurements if necessary. I've been the other day I came up here and I delisted and relisted 25 new items, and I'm constantly cross posting, and it's just I haven't been able to get as many new items listed, like coming up here and physically taking photos of items and listing them because I've been working, we've been doing our other jobs a lot. I mean, like 15-hour days, a lot. So I understand that no new items are getting added. However, when you delist an item and relist it, that's supposed to count as a new item. So, in the eyes of the websites, the platforms that we're on, it seems like we're still listing new items. The issue I've been having with Flip is one that I've had before where the sharing is just it's not working. And I don't know what it is, and it's frustrating because it used to be a free platform up until a few months ago, and that was fine. I wouldn't mind then if it had some bugs and little errors and stuff and things. But now I pay for it. And so I expect if I'm paying for an item that it's supposed to work properly and it hasn't been. So what I've found was I'll go to like my Poshmark closet for example and say I go to my closet and I look at like the top few things in my closet, which would be, I wonder if this will show on camera. So I go to Poshmark and like the very top few items, I don't know if that's going to show, will be whatever was shared most recently. And I might be able to do it on here. Let's see. Closet. Here we go. Okay, so these will be the things that were shared most recently. So if I have to open this in a new tab, I can see that this was shared 7 minutes ago. Okay. Now it says updated. So that could be that it was shared. That could be that I went in and edited something and updated the listing or whatever. And so that's good. But when I've been looking for the past like week, I would go to the last updated item on my closet and it would say, oh, it was last updated 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 11 hours ago. And that's not how it should be because my sharing times here, I scheduled it. So you can either do it continuously just to share one time. Here it says it's currently running. Oh, okay. It's currently, but so continuous is just going to keep going. So like all through the day, which is really good if you have like, I don't know, maybe like 20, 30, 40, 50 items in your closet. That's fine. You can just continuously have it share every whatever. Just once, obviously, if you just, I don't know why, but if you're just going to do it one time, and then scheduled is how I have it. I have it scheduled for 5 times a day because I do the rest. I have it go at um let's see, the 10 o'clock party, because I figure I wanted to share my entire closet because that's the most work. uh about Christmas time, I think we had like 800, 900, almost 900 items. So it was a lot, and it was a lot for me to have to go and try sharing them. Mind you, it was a lot easier than when they you used to have to manually select every item in your Poshmark closet and then share it. So I'm glad it's not that anymore, but still it takes time. So I have them share the entire closet, and I hit the little parties where it's usually like just a few items. So the 10 o'clock party, then at midnight, because I figure that's 2 hours later and that gets the whole party, 4 o'clock in the morning, then 7, and then 10 a.m. And I figured that I do that every like about 3 hours, 2, 3, 4 hours I share. And that way it's just hitting people anytime that they could be on the platform. And then 10 a.m. is when they last share. And then I do the 12 o'clock party if we have anything applicable. And then there's the 3 o'clock party, the 5 o'clock party, the 7 o'clock party. So I hit all of those throughout the day myself. And then I let them take care of the rest. So that should be good. But lately, I was going on to like the 10 o'clock party, and I would go to my closet and see that nothing had been shared to the 10 o'clock party. So I was like, what's going on? And I'd go try to share my closet myself manually to that 10 o'clock party, and it would give me an error message saying, oh, you have hit the share limit for the day. So you're currently like, you're gonna have to wait. And I was like, well, that doesn't make sense because the I don't even know what the limit is, but it's pretty high. And I was like, I shouldn't have been able to reach the limit in just the few amount of times. Let me see how many items I have in my closet. I currently have 782 listings. Times. And so that means that if they share my closet 5 times, which is the number of times I have it scheduled for, it's sharing 3,910 items. The daily shares limit just here is 8,000. So obviously, I'm nowhere near 8,000 if it's not even sharing four. I'm like not even half of the way through. So there, it doesn't make any sense why I'm hitting these limits. I even had it set to slow, which they said is supposed to like not flag your account as much as being going too fast for sharing. And it still was getting flagged. Like I don't think it's going to show here anymore. Let's see. This is so it says solving CAPTCHA. So I know that sometimes like even when you're manually sharing, um Poshmark will be like, "Whoa, are you a human? Solve this CAPTCHA." So I guess it did that twice, and then it resumed, and it didn't have to do it again. It doesn't look like this is just all the times it shared. Right here at 11:32, the sharer was paused due to a browser refresh. The sharer will now resume with the 99 remaining listings. Solving a CAPTCHA, CAPTCHA solved. And then here at 11:33. So this is just all happening within minutes. To ensure a seamless sharing experience, we've adjusted your sharing speed from fast to slow. So I had tried it on fast. I think it was like 2 days ago. I came up here to see if I could figure out what was going on. And I said, well, let me just see if maybe it's just I don't know. I was like, maybe it's like not timing out, but something. So I switched it to fast to see if that made a difference. So they manually or they automatically adjusted it from fast back to slow to avoid exceeding Poshmark's sharing speed limits, which that seems odd. But I was like, okay, so if it's set to slow, which I normally have it at, it should be fine. Well, then literally 2 minutes later, they said that my account's in a cooling off period until 12:33, which is an hour later. Sharing will resume once that ends. And it hasn't hit 12:33 yet, but we'll see. But so the issue was, I would go to share to like the 12 o'clock lunchtime party, and I would have already hit my sharing limits, like as you see here. And so I would be like, okay, well, I guess I just need to wait. I would try to share to the 3 o'clock party. I'd still get the same message. 5 o'clock, same message. And so there would be an entire day that I couldn't share anything. And obviously, I know people still make sales without shares. And I think people are still trying to kind of figure out how much sharing really helps with sales on Poshmark, but I am not happy at the fact that if I'm paying for this service, I feel like it should work, and right now it's not working at 100%, and that's just really frustrating. Um, so I know that was a long rant, but I'm still kind of trying to figure that out. I'll let it see how it goes today. I'm gonna keep it still at slow sharing, and we'll see at 12:33 if it does in fact pick up. Excuse me, but that will be me manually doing it for these parties. If it doesn't allow me to share to the 12 o'clock party, 3 o'clock party, I'm going to come back here onto Flip and I'm going to press this help button and see if they can try to figure it out. All right, so now we will go to our very pitiful few sales. This was a full 7-day week, but the sales were just abysmal. So we started with Yes, this one first. We started with this J. Crew. No, it's not J. Crew. I saw the Cuts. We started with this Cuts brand. I had never found this brand before. It's called Cuts, and I think they just do men's clothing. It was a long sleeve t-shirt I found at the thrift store, and it was basically brand new. So that was really nice. It didn't have the tags, but you could just tell it never been worn, never been washed. And I can't remember how much they retail for, but it was a lot. And I had it listed for I think $40. It might have even been 50 because like I said, they retail for a good amount. And someone was sending me an offer. I think he sent it for like 25 or something, $20. And then and I said 35 and we ended up meeting at 30 and I was fine because I just wanted a sale. And I'd had this for a while and I wanted to get it out of our inventory. So it sold for 30. After fees, we got 24. After our $4 cost of good, we profited $20 on this. And the only other thing we sold on Poshmark that entire week was this vintage skirt. This was something I picked up because it was kind of like a tropical print and it was plus size and the tag was vintage. It sold for $18. After fees, we saw $14.40 minus our cost of goods of $4. We profited $10.40. So our profit for Poshmark for that week was $30.40. And unfortunately, that was the most that we made on any platform that week. Moving on to eBay with 3 sales. These booties sold, I think it was like the last day of that week. I have had these for so long. What's also super disappointing is for the last like 2 weeks, I've been running a 20% off sale on eBay. As well as when I saw I had a liker on something, I'd send an additional 5% off. So they were getting a total of 25% off of items that I already priced pretty competitively. And so the fact that we only got 3 sales out of that is just insane to me. I don't know. It's not to me that I don't have like desirable items because this is the stuff that's already selling anyway, and we check comps. I'm not saying it's like 100% sell-through rate, but they're decent items, and I always price affordably and competitively. And the fact that I've been active on the platforms, I've been doing sales, I just don't know what's going on. These sold for 12, but I think not really because there was the discount, which the discount I think is actually taken off of maybe this, I don't know, because that's obviously, oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, my math. Yeah, that was okay. It's taking off of just the total. So $12 minus the 20% would be taking 240 off. And then we haven't shipped these yet because my husband has to do that today. So we're gonna see $4.08 taken off of that for the shipping, and then we subtract our $4 cost of good. I've had these for a long time, and I think I have like maybe 2 pairs of white ones left, I think. Or one white and one brown. I have like a few left because I had bought them all before I had my first baby and we didn't end up really using them. And yeah, so these didn't make much. These actually we lost money on. These were 2 maternity shirts that my mom had bought for me with my first baby. I didn't wear them. But still when things are given to us, that's still factored into our $4 cost of good. and they sold for $12. I think that might have been an offer. I think I only originally had them up there for like 15 and they sold for 12 and then they also had that $2.40 taken off for the discount. And so you see down here our earnings were 7, but not really because we have to take off the cost of goods and technically since this is 2 items, we have to subtract $8. And so we actually lost $1 on these. Yeah. And the last item was this anime t-shirt. This was from that huge lot I had gotten from Goodwill that someone donated, like all these brand, I think it was a company. They donated all these brand new without tags anime men's t-shirts. And I bought them all because our men's bin is like $2 maybe, and so I was like, anything I make off these would be good. So we profited $5.41 off of this. So our total profit on eBay was $7.75, which yes, again, that means for the last week of February, we made 38.15. Oh my gosh. Um, I didn't even calculate all of February, so let me go ahead and do that. So 458 from the first 3 weeks was 38.15. That means in February we made a total, my gosh, of $496.46. $496.46. I feel like back in December, that's the great thing about keeping. There is a month in October where we made $730. I mean, a week in October. Yeah, we were making in November $400 a week, and now we're making that in a month. Oh, I really hope this isn't how summer slowdown goes. I hope that maybe it picks back up. Our people, I think, are supposed to be getting their tax money soon, and maybe that'll make some kind of a difference. I don't know. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep working hard and keep listing new items. Hopefully, I think this weekend and this next week, we're gonna continue having these like 15-hour. Is it 15 or is it even more now? No, I think that is. Yeah, it was like 15, 16 hours some days. We're going to continue having that long work days through next week, and then hopefully after that it'll slow down a little bit so that I can start focusing more on listing some new items and stuff. I don't know. Oh, I hope you guys are having better luck than we are. But that's it for this video, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.